Well, hello and welcome to Shady Talk Wednesday. Yes, I am excited to be here today. Of course, I have my lovely co-host in the building, Miss Simone. Hello, 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 hello. We are here to just chop it up. I am now. We are trying to make this platform just as comfortable, giving conversations that we could relate to. We discuss. Me and Simone, we sometime behind the scene come up with certain conversations that we figure as girl power or just girl conversations or just things we feel like people have experienced in reality as well as ourselves. So with this show and with some of the topics that we bring up, it's not just about us. It's something that we come together as women and say, hey, let's talk about this. Let's discuss this. Let's see where this may take us. Because we know as women, sometimes we are so sheltered to talk about certain things. And sometimes we don't have, people to share conversations with. So I am grateful and thankful that Miss Simone has joined me to get me through some of these conversations and help me present some of these conversations. So we are here today, and our topic that we wanted to discuss today is how can you love someone if you weren't properly taught how to love? Welcome, Simone. How are you? How's your Wednesday today? You look cute.
Thank you. So
Real
far,
cute,
so good.
real cute.
Thank
I
you,
love
thank you,
it. I
thank
love
you.
it. Yes. How's your day going today, first off?
So far, so good. Another
Okay.
day above ground is always a great day. So we're
Okay.
gonna be thankful for that first and foremost.
Okay.
But so far, so good. I can't complain at all.
Oh, okay. I'm just excited, girl, because I had those braids in my hair and I wanted to take those braids out. Because you know what I'm learning too? A lot of things can cause weight on you, even
Mhm.
hairstyles.
Yeah.
When we think about things that we carry, sometimes that could be weight. You know, I've realized, just after having braids after a certain amount of time, even though I feel like braids is so convenient to go with and go so long with, I just feel like sometimes when you just want to release yourself and get into another mojo or another vibe, sometimes just another hairstyle, letting your hair down or just going into that naturalness that, you have, it feels good. So I'm just feeling good today. I'm
Absolutely.
feeling like a weight has lifted off me today. And I've realized that it don't only have to be people or places or things that lay weight on you. Sometimes it can be your hairstyle. So I'm,
Absolutely. When you got 10 packs of hair in your hair,
yeah,
absolutely. That's
yeah.
about what, 2, 3 pounds?
You know what? Even not only just even braids, even weight, like personal weight. Let's just say, what else could you think from off the top that can kind of weigh on you that's not as far as like a life issue? What do you think? Like what? I don't know. Like even if you have earrings that's uncomfortable and they're pulling your ear. I just think us women, we go through so many uncomfortable emotions or so
Absolutely.
many uncomfortable issues and situations that we got to fix up and keep going. So I think sometimes with bearing the weight, sometimes we don't even realize we're carrying certain weight until we let it go. But we're going to get into that topic.
Well, y'all could talk about them shoes because I don't do them shoes like that. So shoes that make you carry some weight,
Oh, okay.
especially on them
Heels, yeah.
knees.
Okay.
So
That's
I don't
one.
do those like that. I have a doctor's note not to do those. So we try
Oh,
to stay
okay.
close to the ground.
Oh, okay. So you like to be nice and comfortable.
Absolutely,
Me too.
always.
I'm a flat girl. I don't want to say I'm a sneaker girl, but I do love sneakers, but I do love certain kinds of sneakers, like an Air Max, like
Yeah,
a comfortable sneakers that kind of like grip your foot that have like the bubbles at the bottom. I'm not more of like a high top Jordan type of girl. I mean, they're
me
cute.
either.
I'll wear them sometimes, but I'm more of like a different kind of style when it comes to sneakers. But I love a good flat shoe.
Same here.
I love a good flat shoe. I love a good flat shoe because I feel like you can always dress it up or dress it down.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're going to get into our topic today about love. Um, how are you able to love someone when you weren't taught properly to love? That's a good question because when I was going over the topic and I was thinking, I was trying to figure out, do you learn how to love from your parents? Do you learn how to love once you become an adult? Do you learn how to love once someone individually show you how they love you and you gravitate how to love? Um, do people also believe in different love languages? Um, and I have gotten to this love language conversations a lot of time where I feel like, some people feel like love is like being so affectionate to people or just in general, where I feel like love comes in all different ways. You just have to learn how that person love. But I do believe that where we want to talk about and discuss, like, is is there a proper way to love? Because some people don't seem like they know how to love. Now, if you were to talk about learning how to properly love, or just maybe, I don't know, have that experience of loving someone that you felt didn't know how to love, or teaching somebody to love, what would you say about that or this topic? How do you feel about this topic?
Well, I think everything starts from the beginning. It starts in the home, but love comes in all shape, forms, and fashions. It's just not only in the home. Some people aren't. Some people do not feel loved in their home, so they may not receive it there, but they may receive it at school from a teacher, from a stranger. Love is in all forms. Just kindness could be love sometimes. So it all depends on how you receive the love and how the love is given sometimes, because not everything is love. Although a person may feel like it is, but not everything is love.
And I
So,
guess that's where we trying to figure out where people taught properly, how to love. Because let's just say if someone did grow up in a home as a child and their parents did show them love and affection, but somehow they didn't receive it, and somehow they didn't receive the love. So because they didn't receive the love, or think they didn't receive the love, now their behavior on the outer world is different. Because most of the time you hear a lot of parents when they say, oh, I taught them better than that, I showed them this, I showed them that. And I just think because of that, where parents may have felt like they taught their child or showed their child some type of love of and affection that they believe, doesn't always mean that the child received it the way they believe they give it.
absolutely.
Because let's take, for example, let's just say if we had parents that were very strict, or parents that from their upbringing, they didn't have it. So, because we also have to understand that some of our parents, they have a history before us.
Right,
So we
absolutely.
don't really know what was their lifestyle of parenting and how their parent, taught them love, to where as though it triggers down to how they show their children how to love. But I do believe that even if you weren't taught how to love, because we're living in such a big world and because we all deal with emotions and feelings, I do believe you can learn how to love someone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can treat people the way you want to be treated, just like the golden rule is. So if you give love, you can receive it, but sometimes it's not always given back. So some people grew up. Some parents buy their children's love, and they think that that's love, and in some cases, it's not love. It's not how much you spend on your children. It's some of the other things that come into play as well. Of course, the children want certain things, and it is a form of love, taking care of your children. You're supposed to, but buying them things just because they want it is not love all the time.
And for me, I feel like a lot of way that I express my love, I'm more of a giver. I'm more of someone who likes to show affection by giving, by doing, by showing up, by supporting, by understanding. And I feel like it can get tricky because when you are the type of person who show people understanding, sometimes it can be misused. And people not understanding that everyone is not going to try to understand you as a human being on top of what you may have going on and love you. You know? So I do feel like for example with me and my children, I feel like I was never the huggy kissy kissy. I mean when they were little,
Right.
when they were younger, but once they got older, things change. But I do feel like my kids know that they are my world. You know, they understand my affectionate side for them, as far as like supporting them, conversing with them, understanding them, being there for them, and I'm grateful for that because I just feel like when you adapt to how somebody love, and especially when it's not hard to adapt to how somebody love, because I do feel like sometimes even though people may say they love, it's hard to love people.
Girl. Sometimes it's hard to love your kids.
It's hard to love people with how they deal with life.
Exactly. Something you just said. You said when your children were younger, you hugged them more, and now when they older, not so much. I'm kind of the same way, but my daughter feels some type of way about it. And she's like, oh, you used to when I was little. When she was little, she was stuck to my side all the time. If you seen me, you seen her. So as she got older, I was kind of the same way. But she looks at me away for not really look at me away, but she has mentioned it. So how do your children feel that you kind of shied away from? Not really all the affection, but that part of the affection.
You know what I've learned about that? My children are just like me. So even when I look in their world of how they are with people, I kind of feel like they're like me. So I just feel like we have this love language that people accept what we're not doing so much of, but understanding what we are doing is enough because it makes you feel like, we love you, and that's why I was saying I feel like affection and love can be displayed different ways where people can actually feel the love and affection without being affectionate.
Right.
So to me that's a beautiful thing because that's just like me and you. Like how we hooked up, how we connect, how we stay connected, how we probably haven't seen each other for a minute, but when we seen each other, it was all love.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
it's something to me that people leaves with people to know that there is some kind of love. You know what I'm saying? That, this person's spirit or just, this person's presence of being around them, even if it was a long time ago when you come across them again. It's always something that you want to leave with people that they can remember, they can feel, they can understand without it being so much. So that's why I do believe there are different love languages. I do believe you have to learn people love languages. Even in relationships, I feel like you have to learn people love languages. But I also feel like I said, sometimes I know that in different relationships, depending on how one another love, it could be a little difficult because you may want